As COVID-19 vaccines get distributed globally, Oxford's AstraZeneca vaccine, which has not yet been approved for use in the U.S., has some controversy. Dr. Payal Kohli joins us live. And Doc, we wanted you to weigh in on this. A growing list of countries, including France, Italy, Spain, and Germany, have suspended the use of the vaccine amid concerns of blood clots. But the World Health Organization and the drug's developers say there is no evidence that that shot is to blame. So what do we know about the AstraZeneca vaccine right now, and what do you think about this degree of panic from these countries when health experts are warning against it?
So here's what we know. We know that over 70 million people have received the AstraZeneca vaccine, and we also know that only just over 30 have had this reaction with blood clots. Now keep in mind that this could just be a background level of blood clots that has nothing to do with the vaccine. So this could just be an association that these people got the vaccine, happened to have a blood clot they would have had anyways, and not necessarily a causation. So, you know, part of me, the physician part, is actually a little bit happy that we're looking so carefully at the data, that we're suspending administering more until we're absolutely sure that this is not a causal link. But the citizen part of me and the more rational part of me says this is a little bit of an overreaction. And the problem is that once the public loses confidence in the vaccine, it's going to be really hard to get them to trust it again. And this is a good vaccine.
All right, Doc, we got some good news on vaccines today as well for kids. The first ones are getting the Moderna vaccine as part of a new study. What could you tell us about this study?
So the way that this works, Jeff, is called age de-escalation. So you start with the adults, you make sure it's safe. Then you go to the adolescents, make sure it's safe. Then you go to the younger kids under 12 to make sure that it's safe for them. And so I'm really excited now that the vaccines have entered clinical trials for kids under 12. And this Moderna trial is 6,750 kids in the US and in Canada, two different age ranges, 2 to 12 and 6 months to 12. And what they're doing is they're trying different doses to try to find the right doses for our kids. So I'm hopeful that kids, even as young as 6 months, may have a vaccine once this trial completes.
All right, Doc. Well, this question is near and dear to my heart because I have 2 teenagers. I can't believe I'm saying that. And a 6-year-old.
Crazy.
Time is, man. Anyway, well, you know, we're talking about vaccines for kids. I want my kids, especially my teenagers, to have their teenage years, go to homecoming dances, all that good stuff. How long do you think before all kids will start getting any of the vaccines?
So it's a little hard to say, Al, until the clinical trials complete, but the good news is that the adolescent trials, like Pfizer, for example, already finished enrolling in January. So optimistically, by later this year, the adolescents, your teenagers could have a vaccine. Now, if you think about Sam's kids or Jeff's kids, they're a little bit younger. And since this trial just started today, they're looking at 12 months of data. So it's probably going to be next year for those kids younger than 12.
Wow, great information, as always, Dr. K. And you heard my correction earlier, right? Sorry for getting the insulin sugar wrong.
I did. No, you got it perfect.
After the fact. Thank you so much, Dr. Kohli. We appreciate you, as always.
You had too much glucose, right? That's why you messed up.
That's exactly right.
And thank you for honoring that with a response, Doc. I would have just blocked her number. You're way more mature than me.
We'll be right back.